Hey, you guys. Hello, how are you? It's Wednesday at 1 p.m. That means it's coffee chat time with me, and I'm actually on the real time this week. Hi, Lori. Hey, how are you? So, I'm just going to ramble for a few minutes while people join. Um, yeah, so it's funny. This morning I didn't know what I was going to chat with you guys about. Hi, Cindy. And so I posted in a few of my groups um, for questions, topic suggestions. And it's so funny how, hi Loretta, how I got some topic suggestions. One of them I'm going to talk about later. And, and as soon as I typed in the group and asked, like, what do you guys want to know about? What can we chat about today? I just got this awareness. I knew then what I was going to talk to you guys about. And then your suggestions kind of follow suit with that. And so we begin. Hi, Bobby. Oh my gosh, I'm so grateful you guys are here with me live today. And if you guys have any questions, okay, I'm not seeing comments, but I am seeing that you're here. So, can one of you comment? And then I want to see if I'm actually getting them, because sometimes I don't. Okay, so as, as I talked about last week, I've been choosing different things with my body. Okay, I'm doing the online program I'm doing right now is called Generate Round 2 and Choosing Beyond Poverty. And we're going through the book Prosperity Consciousness, and we are doing energetic exercises every day, and we're on day 27, and it has been an amazing 30 days. And a part of what I've included for myself in this last month is also moving my body 5 days a week. And like I was talking about before, it is really getting me in a lot of ways to look at what are my priorities. And my body was not one of them. So, one of the things we came across in the book, Prosperity Consciousness, today was not today, sorry, it was a couple days ago, but it was just this week about life. And if you had 1 year, if somebody told you today the universe sent you a message, however it showed up, that you were only going to live in your body on this earth for 1 more year. You were guaranteed good health in your body up to the day you died, so you could choose whatever you wanted to choose for 1 year. And it's like, what would you actually choose? And then it goes through different questions. Would you choose to hang around the people you're hanging around? Would you choose to treat yourself or other people as you are treating them? Would you choose to be different? Would you take action on something different? So really getting present with your choices. And when you know you've got a deadline, like it's like, what are you waiting for to live your life, basically? What are you waiting for to live your best life? That's what it really brought up for me. And again, it really invited me to look at the things that I would like to be like, in quotation marks, the things that I would like to be choosing and what I was actually choosing. One of the things I have neglected for myself since COVID, and then I come up with all these excuses. It's summertime, I'm teaching a lot of riding lessons. It's harvest time, I can't plan anything. Well, now all that is done, and I'm not choosing it, is a whole day for me and my body to trade with somebody and body processes for the whole day. And maybe go out with them and have some fun, like really enjoy myself for 1 day. And I haven't chose that for a long time. Often if I'm doing a bars trade, it's like a quick swap, like in and out, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I run your bars, you run my bars, we're done. Let me get on. I have a very busy life. I have so many things to do. So No, it's not. This is going to be one whole day. I'm not doing anything else on this day except for bars, body processes, eating good food for lunch or supper, and visiting with the friends or the people that show up for this day. And so I started organizing that yesterday. And I was just thinking, like, when I started planning it, oh, just one day. But I'm like, no, this is going to happen one day a month until springtime for sure. And what would it take to keep choosing it? One whole day a month. I'm going to show up, whoever else I'm talking to or invite, if it's their choice to show up or not. And if nobody shows up, I will run my own bars and run body processes on myself for one day and take myself out for lunch. But I'm sure one other person will leave. Anyway, it made me laugh and it got me really excited. And that was one of the things. If I had only 1 year to live my life, the rest of the life that I have now, I'm going to choose that at least one day a month. And then another thing I'm going to choose is to totally get out of the judgment of my body. Like, I mean, the judgment I have decreased a lot over the last couple of years. It's really not that much anymore, but there's still, there's still interesting points of view that I have. And especially now that I'm moving my body, while I'm working out, I'm like, man, in the beginning, like when I first start for the first 5 minutes, I'm like, this is jiggling and this feels weird and oh my God. And then I, after a few minutes, and I know who does that belong to. After a few minutes, I'm in the zone and I don't even notice it anymore. But one of the things that Crystal Crawford suggested on our Making Your Body a Priority program was to, if you dare to get vulnerable with yourself, to stand naked in front of a mirror and run interesting point of view. I have this point of view for 5 minutes about every point of view that you have about your body. Now, when she said that, she said that she had done it. And when she started talking about it, I'm like, that's what I need. That's what I'm going to choose. I don't need it. I choose that. I know it's going to be uncomfortable looking at myself in a mirror for 5 minutes naked, being that vulnerable with my body and running interesting point of view. Over interesting point of view. I have this point of view for every spot that my eyes fall on, for every judgment about my belly, my arms, my thighs, my butt, the roll. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. So I started choosing that on Monday. So far, and I'm going to do it every day for 12 weeks. Okay, I'm saying this on here, so I'm holding myself accountable. So this was day. What I've noticed is like about after a minute, I get really uncomfortable and I don't want to do it anymore. But I set a stopwatch on my phone or a timer, and I really force right now. It does feel like I'm forcing myself to do it for 5 minutes, and so if you are looking for that too for yourself with your body, you can choose it. What would it take for you to take 5 minutes out of your day to work on getting out of the judgment of you and your body, using the interesting point of view? I have this point of view. That's all you say in your head for 5 minutes. Or interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Because your point of view creates your reality. So the point of view that I have about my belly and my baby belly, that it's big and flabby and bigger than it should be. It looks funny when I do this. All those points of view, they're actually creating it being that way. You can't change anything from judgment. You can change when you get to a place where there's no more charge in it for you, no resistance and reaction, no alignment and agreement, to just total interesting point of view, then it's possible. And so adding that daily practice in with working out Holy moly. And I went for, and the last time I went for a run, I ran for like, I actually did 2 kilometers before I walked, and I was really shocked. Like, I was so stoked about that. And so today I started running, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And I have these markers. So when I thought about doing the whole 2 kilometers without walking, I would just overwhelm myself. And I'm like, I don't know, it's so far. And then I would stop it. I would stop myself and I'm like, okay, Catherine, you're going to run. So I have like different markers along my run path. There is a pile of dirt. There is a steel post in the ground. And there's a little kind of a driveway road. And then there's the end. So I have those little markers. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get to the next marker. And I wasn't dead yet. And I could still go. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to get to the next marker. Okay, and then along the way, I'm running MTVSS and all the rest run and turning on the thymus exercise, asking my body, to receive from everything around us, yada, 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 get to the next marker. Okay, let's keep going. So when I could break it down into small segments, it was easier for me to keep choosing. But when I thought about doing the whole 2 kilometers, I was like, fuck no, that's too much. And I would almost, I would have allowed that to stop me before. But because I am being about choosing this, I'm like, fuck no, let's go. And so I wonder, what are you looking to choose and change in your life where you're looking at the end goal? Maybe it's to make $100,000 in your business, or maybe it's to even start a whole online business. And when you think of it all at once, it overwhelms you. You're very aware. It feels like it's too much. But if you break down choice by choice, and if every day you chose to do one thing or took a step towards that online business or changing your body, then pretty there, and you got it. So that's my inspiration for you today. A couple of the people asked about trusting yourself. And another person also asked about having confidence in your capacities. So both of those, when I read those comments, both of them, what was really coming up was doubt. So doubt is a distractor implant. And a distractor implant designed to keep us from really looking at what's really going on. It's distracting us from what's really going on over here that we could choose to change, and then over here on that side, the doubt is distracting us and keeping our attention there, and it's not really relevant. So there is a book called Living Beyond Distraction that Gary and Dane wrote about all the distractor implants. There's actually quite a few of them. Love, sex, jealousy, peace, death, die, living, business, anger, rage, fury, hate, blame, shame, regret, guilt. There's like 24. And in the book, they talk about them. And so I know both of these ladies, and they may have the book. So trust and having confidence. What is underneath that? And truth, is it doubt? And then run the clearing, all the distractor implants of doubt that I am using, and everything underneath that's keeping this locked in place, that's keeping me from trusting me, that's keeping me from in myself. I destroy and uncreate them all times a godzillion. Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So that was the Access Consciousness clearing statement. It's really weird, I know. And it's an energetic magic wand. And you don't have to know all the words to use it. It basically clears the energy that comes up when I ask the question. And then it allows for more space and a different possibility to show up. It is magic. And if you would like more information about the clearing statement, you can go to theclearingstatement.com. Okay, so all the distractor implants of doubt that I'm using and everything underneath that is keeping this, and when I say this, I mean the trust and the lack of confidence that's keeping this locked in place. I destroy and uncreate them all times a godzillion. Or will you destroy and uncreate them all times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, all nine, pod, poc, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And another thing, if this video, if my coffee chats are really inspiring to you and you would like more, I would invite you to take a class, an Access Bars class. You get a lot of tools, you learn about bars and some other body processes. It's a 1-day class. And then the foundation class is a 4-day class where you totally dive into the energetics of what it takes to create your life and change the foundation of what you have created your life on, allowing you to go forward and generate new possibilities. If you're looking for a class, you can go to accessconsciousness.com and you can search all the classes. There's lots happening online in different areas. I've got one coming up in Lloydminster, a foundation class, and a bars class before that at the very end, like November 7th, 28th. And then I'm also doing a bars class and a money class in Davidson, Saskatchewan. Funny, I just got a phone call. Okay, Davidson, Saskatchewan, November 14th, 15th for an getting comfortable money class, and then a bars class on the 15th. So yeah. Oh yeah, my funny story. Okay, so in one of the groups I posted, one of the ladies was like, let's talk about sex, Catherine. And she's like, can you tell a sex story? Can you tell a funny sex story? And she laughed. I don't know, is being a smartass really smart? And I replied back to her, I'm like, now you're going to have to watch and see if I actually tell a funny sex story. So I do actually kind of have a funny one. It's from back in the day when I was a teenager. So my husband and I started dating when I was like 16. And so we've been together for 20 years now. Anyway, we're dating. We're 16. I'm 16. And he was bringing me home from a date. We were out at a party or something and parked in front of my parents' house. And I think they already know this story, so it's all good. But anyway, parked in front of my parents' house. And of course, what do you do when you're teenagers, in love and you're dropping off your girlfriend? Well, you start making out. One thing leads to another. You forget totally where you are parked. And you're having sex in the driveway. Oh, I have a daughter. I'm not looking forward to her being a teenager. Anyway, the next thing you know, there's smoke coming out from under the hood of the truck. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I said to Travis, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, I don't know. And he rushes out, lifts up the hood. There was a fire. His truck started on fire in front of my parents' house. And so he had a Powerade bottle with Powerade in it, I think, and he grabbed that and squirted it on the fire, put out the fire. It was all good. And the mood was totally wrecked. And after that, I just went home. But what had happened was, I don't know, some stereo wiring or something had rushed through the firewall and sparked a fire. I mean, I guess we were hot stuff that night. The truck started on fire. So that's my funny sex. You guys and Vicky. Anyway, I adore you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. If you got something out of it, I would be grateful if you wanted to share this video. So I look forward to meeting you in person one day around the world somewhere when we're traveling again or, near here. And, yeah, if you have anything, send me a message. I'm going to answer them for you. And bye-bye for now.